The United States is threatening tariffs on its own allies. Not over oil, not over weapons, but over Greenland. At first, that sounds absurd. A frozen island far from everything that seems to matter. But this isn't about buying land. It's about leverage. It's about power. And it's about how global trade, alliances, and markets are shifting. Moves like this can ripple through sectors, from defense to energy, and often before headlines even hit. So why should a remote island matter to you? Because this touches NATO's unity, US-EU trade, Arctic resources, and financial markets. Greenland is becoming a pressure point where security, trade, and influence collide. If economic threats can force allies on one issue, the same tactics could appear elsewhere. Once the door opens, the rules change for governments and for investors. Early awareness can make the difference when sectors like defense, energy, and tech respond to geopolitical stress. Here is what actually happened and why this escalated so quickly. President Trump revived the idea of US influence over Greenland. But this time, he didn't just talk strategy. He backed it with economic pressure and threats of tariffs. In a social media post, he said that several European countries could face a 10% tariff on goods sent to the US, starting February the 1st, rising 25% by June unless a Greenland deal is reached. Now, this move wasn't subtle. It came after a small NATO deployment to Greenland, prompting Trump to frame the situation as a national security issue tied to Greenland's strategic location. Europe's leaders pushed back, calling the tariff threat coercive and warning it could strain transatlantic relations. What once sounded like a strange curiosity is now a test of alliances and a flashpoint in global trade. Now, that matters not just for geopolitics, but for markets too. Investors in defense, commodities, and international trade know that shifts like this can influence sectors even before they show up in price charts. It's easy to dismiss Greenland as a frozen, empty island. But it's actually the world's largest island, mostly ice-covered with its own population, culture, and political autonomy. Greenland manages local affairs while Denmark handles foreign policy and defense. For the United States, that geography isn't just remote, it's strategic. Greenland sits between North America and Europe, forming part of the GI-UK gap, a critical corridor for monitoring naval and missile activities. Cooperation or control here strengthens early warning system and North Atlantic defense. Beneath the ice lie rare earth minerals, essential for electronics, energy, and defense supply chains. Combine that with emerging Arctic shipping lanes, and Greenland becomes far more consequential than its small population suggests. Geography is becoming power again, and Greenland sits right at the center. Now, what sets this situation apart is the approach. Traditional diplomacy relies on trust and shared interests. In this case, alliances are treated as leverage points. Tariffs and economic pressure are being used to shape outcomes, with security commitments sometimes tied to broader strategic goals. American interest in Greenland isn't random. US defense planners value Greenland's role in securing northern approaches, controlling the GI-UK gap and maintaining early warning capabilities for missile and space defense. Access to natural resources beneath the ice and the sheer size of the territory have also shaped strategy. In this context, power is measured in influence, not promises. Investors can watch how this dynamic plays out in defense, aerospace, and energy sectors, where government decisions often dictate spending and opportunities. For Greenland, this is a strategic balancing act. Long-term autonomy and even independence remain goals, but economic realities limit full self-sufficiency. Multiple global powers are courting Greenland, offering influence and opportunity. Every choice, trade, partnership, security, carries weight. Small players can shift markets too. Sectors tied to resources or infrastructure often gain when strategically important regions attract attention. Denmark, Greenland's sovereign partner, is walking a tightrope, supporting the territory while managing US relations. Across Europe, leaders are considering countermeasures, from tariffs to diplomatic pushback. NATO is being tested. Trust the phrase when allies are treated like rivals. Greenland may be small, but its ripple effects are significant. European defense and industrial sectors may respond with increased spending or strategic adjustments. Now, the risk isn't Greenland, it's precedent. Using tariff against allies could normalize economic caution. Retaliation cycles are likely, sparkling disputes far beyond the Arctic. Trade norms may fray, leaving global commerce less predictable. Greenland is the trigger. Investors in commodities, industrials, and global trade ETFs are particularly exposed, as uncertainty can ripple across sectors. Now, when we step back, and Greenland illustrates a larger shift, China and Russia are observing, learning how leverage reshapes regional dynamics. The Arctic is emerging as a new frontier. Melting ice, shipping lanes, and untapped resources turn a frozen region into a center of strategic competition. This is about a move from rule-based diplomacy to power-driven negotiation. Investors tracking global markets, emerging economies, and resource-linked sectors should note these early signals. They often precede market moves. Now, Greenland signals opportunities and risks. Defense and aerospace sectors could see increased attention. Companies like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, or ETFs like iShares US Aerospace and Defense Fund track these shifts. Rare earth minerals under the ice are critical for batteries, electronics, and defense. MP materials, Linus rare earths, and ETFs like VanEck rare earths / strategic metals show how resource control can create opportunities. Energy exploration is also growing. ConocoPhillips, Next Era Energy, and the Energy Select Sector Fund highlight where global competition meets growth. Arctic shipping and infrastructure could also matter as routes open. Companies like Maersk and Global Infrastructure ETFs track these emerging logistics opportunities. Volatility remains. Trade uncertainty affects tech, commodities, and broader indexes. Safe haven options like the SPDR Gold and tech ETFs like Invesco QQQ can help hedge risk. Investing alongside geopolitical reality, not just the headlines, helps identify sectors, stocks, and ETFs influenced by emerging power shifts. Several paths exist. One is de-escalation and compromise, where dialogue restores balance. Defense and trade-sensitive sectors may stabilize and markets ease. Another is a prolonged tariff standoff, stretching tensions over months or even years, amplifying volatility across commodities, tech, and industrials. Greenland could leverage attention, gaining autonomy and economic advantage. Resource-linked sectors like energy, rare earths, infrastructure may see the impact magnified. The key takeaway here: multiple futures are possible. Preparing requires understanding forces at play, not betting on single outcome. Smart positioning comes from spotting patterns before they hit headlines. Now, Greenland itself is only part of the story. The bigger picture is power. How it is wielded, tested, and negotiated today. What happens here could reshape alliances, trade relationships, and the rules once taken for granted. Small moves in remote places can ripple across markets and investment opportunities. So, what do you think? Strategic realism, a smart use of leverage, or dangerous precedent? The map is changing slowly, then all at once. And how we respond matters. Now, if you found this useful, like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into geopolitics and investing. Drop a comment below. Will you call this a smart move or a risky precedent? Hit the notification bell to catch our next video, exploring the next big shifts shaping the global economy and markets. Let's together make better financial decisions.